So I feel very honored to be here. This is the first time for me to give you a presentation, speak in so large, big conference in UK. And before that, I traveled to UK and I speak several times. I give a presentation in university like Sheffield. But today, I would like to talk things. The title, maybe you didn't know this title. 3 ways to apply landscape as urban infrastructure, feng shui, and the control. The 3 ways, 1 way is feng, the other 3, and the control. So during the past 30 years, I and my team did a lot of real project nationwide in China. So, and among the projects, we did many places like this, very beautiful scenic area, like this, maybe you know. So, and gradually, I like the basic elements in landscape. One is water, and this is my painting. And this is one painting. And besides of the real picture, also I did a lot of the dream for the water. So, but back to the realistic world in China, particularly during the past 30 years, there are many places which polluted. And most of the project we are dealing with is always dealing with the, how to control, how to recover the polluted area. Project like this, and after we design and build, we changing the quality of environment. And so that comes the first way for the landscape as infrastructure. Water. Water in Chinese pronunciation 水, like feng shui, shui. In landscape water environmental as key elements. I think that's very important elements. This is a project we did, very successful project we did during the past 15 years. It's located nearby Shanghai. And speaking of the current surface of the region, I mean the Yangtze Delta area, all the water polluted, and except this area, because we did something. Okay. And the feature of this project is to expand the existing lake area from 25 hectares to 100 hectares. So this is one of the way when we're dealing with every kind of project, landscape project in China today, we always try to enlarge the nature elements like water, like natural forestry, and open public space. We always try to enlarge that area, reduce some private, reduce some other man-made things. And this is the usually way we are trying to purify the water. So we're using the man-made wetland. We are planting the many trees. So just because the water for this project achieves so many benefits by the water. So from this, you can see the economic economic benefits from that. So clean water provides opportunity for people to play. Only 250 meters long by 30 meters wide. This beach, it holds more than 20,000 people, person per day during the summertime. So by purifying the water, we can get many things, including the cultural landscape, and we can create the beautiful area, a beautiful scenic area, scenic landscape. So, yeah, this is the end of for this project introduction, and this is the economic number for the benefits. So we would like to see the beauty of the surface, the intrinsic benefits. So second is the wind. Wind in Chinese pronunciation is feng. The wind is the first word of 4 words in the name of Chinese landscape architecture profession term. We pronounce feng, jing, feng, wind, jing. Yuan means garden, lin, forestry. So how important the wind it is? From landscape to gardening, Chinese landscape planning and design always have close relationship with climate. Wind in those landscape architecture with ecology, dynamics, and expression, it represents the nature climate objectively and covers the human emotions subjectively. But today, things changed. The advantages of a large number of traditional community space in Shanghai are that they are controlled in summer and warmer in winter. But today, things changed. This is old buildings in the past, but this is the new buildings. So here, just for location, the orientation, the difference, and all these kind of buildings and the surroundings can get feelings very hot in summer, very cold in winter time. But for this kind of location, the traditional buildings, they can the effect is just opposite. During the summertime, and the house just facing to the cooler airflow from the sea, from this side. During the winter time, the traditional house can against the wind from the northwest direction. And during the spring, when the hurricane coming, and the building from the northeast, so the buildings can use in the wall to against the wind. So combining with the traditional location of the buildings, you can see how different the new buildings it is. So it's, because I live here for more than 10 years now, so I really suffered from the wrong location for the orientation. So this is one of the features for the wind, how important wind it is. So facing to the north, the construction of landscape microclimate ignored something here. Oh, sorry. Oh. So this a large project happened in Hangzhou. Also, it's kind of example of anti-feng shui. So that's why we think about we need changing the situation. We need consider about we need to make analysis for the feng. So that's comes the key research project supported by National Nature Science Foundation of China, and the microclimate responsive design theory and the method of landscape architecture in urban livable environment in China. So from architecture environmental physics to landscape architecture environmental physics, that's our research. This is this research key point. And all this research mainly we're dealing with flow of the air or moisture or wetness and the temperature, but it's in the outdoor. It's not indoor. For indoor, and from the architectural technique, we can control, we can use the ventilation, we can use the heating. But for the outdoor, how can we use the nature force, nature environmental elements to change to modify the temperature, the moisture, by planning and the design of landscape architecture. So this is the research objective. Also, this kind of strategy for this research project. And the 3 parts. The first part is adjustment for recognize, identify elements of landscape architecture, microclimate system function shaping. And for the second part is reconstruction using the design way, adaptation space elements and the layouts of landscape architecture, microclimate, just like the example I show you in the residential area in Shanghai. And the third one is the really dealing with the feelings, about people. It's an evaluation for physical and perceptual adaptive evaluation of landscape architecture microclimate. So this is the on-site test. So far, we spent 3 years. We did this for 3 years so far. So the another things dealing with related with this research, we are doing the validation research for the practical application of theory and the principle. And the project name is the Cultural Landscape Engineering Design Project of Sino-Arabic Axles in Yinchuan City, Ningxia Province, China. So this is a part of that plan. This is a Chinese landscape garden, and this is simple. We selected 6 simple here, and this one of the simple is like this. The experimental fields for appropriate microclimate in summer, and we designed this project by considering about the microclimate. So before it was built, we already take the data on site. Then suppose after it was built, we will reinvested the data after build. So then we can compare the 2 data to see if our principle is good, is right or not. Also, this is for the winter time. So finally, this comes the third point. The third way is the control. For the third way, I think is the key issues is for landscape architect or landscape, we should to be a coordinator between every human settlement elements on the land. Current urban public space construction project, including landscape planning and design, urban planning, hydrology, geology survey, urban infrastructure, including utility tunnel, urban road, bridge architecture, with the construction cost 3 billion Chinese yuan and covers 280 hectares. So this is the project that just I mentioned. We're using that as the experimental site. This is the plan, 4,600 meters long, and this is kind of wide. The usually wide is 90 meters wide, including the road in two sides. So this is part of the alternatives. It's not a construction in drawing yet, but so this is the on-site view. And I just took this picture on 4 days ago from the site. So this is the urban multiple, multiple tunnel. Yeah, this is the site. The site is located from here, then goes to here. So this is partially for the site, the view. And actually, the landscape construction is not really started yet. The big project, the big construction now still is tunnel. Still is for the tunnel. It takes time. And this is the, see, this picture is from here to here. This is a small island. The small island is here. And this is a small island too, so here. So this is the project usually happening in China today, and maybe you can feel, you can get a feeling it's so large, right? Yeah. Yes. We always dealing with larger scale landscape, particularly for my team. During the past 30 years, the largest one, the area I'm dealing with is more than how to say that? It's 1.5 the total area of Germany. In Xinjiang province, when we're dealing with the regional strategic planning for tourism, but usually for the constructed project, usually it's around 500 hectares. So this is the alternatives. Maybe by the we are a planner and a designer. We always try to make some dream, and it's easy for other people to know that, to know the. So from this you can see how complex for this project it is. There are 7 cross transportation cross with this axles. So this is in the axles, 600 meters long the corridor with electronic electricity light, intelligent light, like this. And but anyway, and so here, this beautiful scenery, I suppose will be realized 50 or 100 years from now in this area, particularly for this axles. I took this photograph also in China. This scenery located in the Yining, Xinjiang province. And this is there are 600 meters long corridor like this in the axles, but actually on the top is the transportation. It's for the bus, for the car, but underneath we will use that as a commercial space. And this is also located in the axles. This is buildings here. And this is for the end of the axles buildings. So to be a landscape architect today in China, we gradually feel becomes more and more important. We becomes VIP in the human settlement environmental construction. Because particularly by this project, we are the controller. We are I'm the chief designer for the whole project. I can hire the firm from the hydrology, firm from the survey, firm from the architecture, and transportation, everyone. Anyway, so I think this is very important for us to realize our idea, dreams, and this is what I'm trying to say. Three ways. One way is shui, the second way is feng, and finally is these things. But all the three should be get together. And the shui is not only shui; it's actually kind of representative for the ecology, for the background, and for feng, it's kind of it's kind of everything for surroundings. This is for ecological. This is for the human feelings and physics things. And finally comes the epistemology on treatism of landscape architecture. Treatism of landscape architecture, anyway. So this is the book I give that to the institute. So this is the final picture, and this we can divide the philosophy of landscape architecture into three parts. The first one is philosophy of background, for harmony, for all livings on the earth. For the second one is the philosophy of form, beauty and the glamours. And for the third one is philosophy of activity, for prosperity and harmony. Thank you.